Well, welcome to today's program. I'm able to visit today with Greg White, who's the general manager of the Westin Galleria, Dallas. Greg, welcome to our program. How are you doing today?
Jeff, I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Great to have you to talk about the GBAC STAR Accreditation program. But before we get into talking about your property there in Dallas, I think there's something you'd like to share about your work with the city of Dallas that's kind of cool.
Well, yeah, we've actually do have a cool situation that's happening here. So ISSA has had a long-standing relationship with the city of Dallas. We've hosted the citywides for ISSA for a couple years, and because of that relationship, we got kind of early advance notice that ISSA was taking on and implementing this GBAC STAR certification, and with that. We thought that GBAC STAR facility accreditation would be a great way of having a universal way to describe our commitment as a city towards the cleanliness and towards safety that has been plaguing us with the pandemic. So as a funding source, the TPID, the Tourist Public Improvement District, which collects funds for marketing the city, collectively supported this concept of embracing GBAC STAR facility accreditation, and they have arranged to be able to work with the city of Dallas to get the convention center, the two airports, multiple hotels, and a lot of the facilities like the museums to all embrace the GBAC STAR certification accreditation process. And with that, we can collectively universally say that the city of Dallas is embracing the GBAC STAR accreditation, which I think is a great universal way to be able to present the city as a whole. And that's again, one of the big reasons that why we are behind this.
Well, I've been to Dallas many times, and it's a beautiful city, and I walked all over it because where I stayed and then where the trade show was, I just felt it was my exercise of the day. Mm-hmm. Beautiful city. I guess this means I should come back and look for that GBAC STAR seal.
You're going to find it prominently displayed in my lobby along with multiple other initiatives, but it is certainly one of the cornerstones of our approach to getting through this pandemic with our clients.
Very nice. Well, let's talk about the Westin, the property that you manage. Mm-hmm. Obviously, this is an easy question because we just talked about it a bit, but why did your facility decide to go after the GBAC STAR accreditation?
Well, the reality is that I have a firm belief that Marriott, who manages this property, and the Westin is one of the many brands within the Marriott family. They've got a great process, a great approach, commitment to clean, and it incorporates a lot of the different aspects of the accreditation process that is GBAC STAR. But it's germane just to Marriott, and we've got a bigger story to be able to tell, and having a universal way to be able to layer on top of the hotel branded accreditation, cleanliness standards that are put in place, to me just seemed like a natural way to be able to tell the world that we are truly committed. And it gives me just again another layer, another viewpoint to be able to express to our customers that we are a safe facility. And that's been the reason that we spent the time and energy to go through and adopt GBAC STAR.
Yeah, we'll talk about that time and energy in just a moment. Obviously, what will this mean for your staff and also your hotel guests?
Well, I think for my staff, it is an additional reminder of our commitment. Keep in mind that our staff is one of my customers as well. So I've got the traditional customer coming through the front door. I also have staff members that are part of our family, and the adoption of the GBAC STAR and going through all of the processes and communicating to them what the hotel is doing to ensure not just customer safety but also their safety. To me, it's a natural additional evolution of how we approach cleanliness and sanitation, and it gives them again a little bit more of a peace of mind that we're taking it seriously, and they also in turn are taking the lead from us as leaders who are rolling this out and are embracing the cleanliness and sanitation efforts even more rigorously than in the past.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's very important. So good work on that. The GBAC STAR has 20 elements. Mm-hmm. and some might find a few of them challenging. What were one or two of the ones that your property found challenging to complete?
Well, again, there is the 20 elements of the certification, and from the standpoint of time invested, there is some time that has to be placed into this. I mean, anything that is of value, that is worth doing. The GBAC toolkit provided was extremely helpful and thorough in guiding us through the processes and specifying exactly what was needed for each of the elements of the accreditation. But truly, the time commitment was probably the most challenging part. But again, if anything you're going to do that's meaningful, you have to invest the time and really to make it stand out as being worthwhile.
Mm-hmm. So on the flip side, what was an easy part of the process?
Well, truth be told, I mentioned that, Marriott has the commitment to clean, Marriott's commitment to clean. I'm sure that most other brands have a similar, high level of standards and protocols. The easiest part was really realizing that the Marriott enhanced commitment to clean protocols dovetailed well with what the requirements were in order to receive the accreditation. And there were really only a few adjustments that we had to make in our daily service practices in order to comply and meet the rigid standards that were put out for the accreditation. So again, it's an additional layer for us on telling the story of our cleanliness and commitment. But the easy part was realizing most was already there.
What's something that your facility has done differently because of GBAC STAR that you'll continue doing moving into the future?
Well, there were, under the GBAC risk assessment tool, it really aided us in revising our daily assignment sheets that we issue to our public area associates. Again, a lot of the cleanliness standards were already there. Even before pandemic, we were already cleaning and doing a lot of the things that were needed to be safe. We've been through other health issues in the past, and our cleaning standards had evolved. But being able to have our public area attendants out in the public, being able to incorporate more detailed task descriptions, and of course the frequency requirements reflect just how seriously we take this health and safety of our guests and associates. We found that very helpful and beneficial, and we were able to revise what some of our protocols were, and that process, actually taking through step by step the methodical approach, helped us to be able to expand upon those assignment sheets.
Mm-hmm. As a frequent traveler myself, I'm always looking for the cleanest, nicest hotel. So it sounds like you've got it right there in Dallas. So my final question is this: if a similar venue were to ask you, what should they do? Should they do GBAC STAR or something different? What would you say?
I'd say absolutely. Why wouldn't you? People look for different certifications, and having a third-party, independent, not part of the brand, being able to tell the story and say, look, we've gone through and we've reviewed the protocols, we've tested to make sure that the standards that are put in place are going to really, truly make an impact in safety. Why wouldn't you do that? I think that customers look for multiple levels of reassurance, and the GBAC STAR adds a universal assurance that the protocols that are set in place meet the highest standards that are currently available. Mm-hmm. And I think that just is no brainer.
Yeah, I agree. Well, Greg, we do appreciate your time today, and we'll let you get back to your, no doubt, very busy schedule.
I appreciate it, Jeff. Thank you very much.